Hello, people of the planet. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video brought to you by Port Charles Public Radio. I'm coming to you live from my dad's office in Texas. And I'm gonna thank you in advance for sitting through this, because like I said, this is my first time, so there's gonna be a lot of ums and likes, but that's okay. I'll give you a quick intro. My name is Abby, and this is my channel. Yeah, that was dumb. Anyway, so a little bit about me. I've been watching the show since my mother was pregnant with me, literally. And my farthest back memory of this show is when Luke pushed Stavros into a bottomless pit, which was 2001. So I think I was 5 or 6 when that took place, but that's how long I've been watching this show. I will say that there was a point when I was in junior high where we couldn't afford DVR or cable, so I think probably for a year or two I was out of the loop, but that's about it. Other than that, I love this show. It's my whole life. I've been watching it my whole life. So as my mom, she's been watching it her whole life, because the show started when my grandmother was pregnant with my mom. So I guess it means a lot. I don't know. But part of my New Year's resolution was to try and put myself out there on YouTube doing reactions and review videos, because I myself am pretty obsessed with that kind of niche on YouTube. I tend to watch nothing but reaction and review videos after I watch something online. So thanks again for the 3rd time. Yeah, so let's get started. I want to go ahead and say that today's episode fucking sucked. I'm sorry. I mean, it was okay, but to bring in the new year, really? This is what we're gonna do? Some things never change, you know? We had 16 characters on today, which I'm not sure if that's an average or not, but we're gonna find that out as I go along in this process. I kept notes, so I'm just gonna read over my notes on that one. I have nothing to say about Jordan and Curtis. Sorry. Neighbors. Yeah, I have nothing to say about Jordan and Curtis. I never really want to say anything about Jordan and Curtis. That couple is who they are. They don't do anything exciting. They just talk to each other about, hey, what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on in your work life? No. Can you tell me what's going on in your work life? No. Well, at least we're here together. And that's all their scenes ever are. So, moving on. Ava. Her line at the very beginning, at the top of the show, was, she said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I promise it'll be memorable. So you don't know what's going to happen? Okay. Whatever, Ava. She really thought she was invincible. I cannot believe, after everything that this woman has gone through, she still thinks she's invincible. What? Okay, first off, is she really that dumb to get led all the way through that castle into a balcony led out to a balcony by herself? He wasn't even there with her. What am I doing out here? Oh, there's Valentine. He's sitting there saying, I want something from you. Give it to me. Give me the codicil. And she's just, oh no, I'm not going to give it to you. Please let me go. Ava, really? Really? Let me just say, I saw that coming the entire he pretty much flicked her off that bout. It was no trouble at all. Flick! And she went ass backwards, splish, which, okay, we heard a water splash, so Ava's gonna make it, but calm down. Ava, really? Thought you were smarter than this. But she's not getting any smarter in 2020, unless she finally fucking learns from this one. Maybe she will. Because, this is the attempt on her death, or on her life, I think, that I hope will get her attention at this point. Anyway, moving on from Ava's dumbass. Let's talk about Laura's attire. Now, I know she's not exactly ready to get gussied up for a wedding, but like the bitch was wearing black. And at first it looked like she was just wearing her mayor's outfit, but later we saw that she was actually wearing like, you know, the glittery skirt, but she was in black. Like, I don't know, is it appropriate to wear black to a wedding? But I guess when you have the opinions of the marriage that Laura would, then maybe it is. I don't know. And then I guess continuing on top of that, all the women today were wearing nice outfits. None of them had necklaces on. Jordan, Laura, Ava, Liesl had a different neckline, but they all had obvious, what is that, not plunging, but they had V necklines that were obvious. And all I saw was just bare skin. It just drew my attention. It's not like any of them had, you know, cleavage out. It was just naked chest. And I'm not sure why the costume crew chose not to put necklaces on them, but I felt like that was kind of annoying for me. I don't know. Sam and Jason, they were not in New Year's attire, but then again, neither was Sunny and Carly, so, you know, I thought it would maybe because, you know, they have kids at home, there's no reason to celebrate, but Jason and Sam also did not have kids at home, so, I don't know. Those two couples, they didn't have any fun today for New Year's, so I'm not sure why they were on the episode if they weren't really going to be celebrating, I guess to bring drama. But that was kind of dumb in my opinion. Let's see. Michael and Sasha ringing in the new year with friends. Wish we could have seen that before, you know, Sasha runs into Nina and then gets all sad and then goes to see Michael, and we find out that the friends that they're ringing in with is just Willow and Chase, which is fine. That would have been adorable to see, but looks like we're not going to see that because she wants to go crash the wedding, which wouldn't it have been fun to see those guys ring in the new year together? I don't know. Maybe we'll still see it. Doubt it, but maybe. That brings me to the point where I just want to go ahead and say I freaking love Sasha and Michael together. Sasha, I'm not 100% sure yet if I love her. I like her. She's pretty vanilla for my taste. You know, she hasn't, I guess for Michael's taste, honestly, she's pretty vanilla. She, out of all the girls that Michael has dated over the years, and there's been a few, she really is the most mundane, the nicest, the one who's done the less stupid shit, I guess I would say. I guess we're going to see where that goes in 2020. Those two haven't had any crazy storylines other than, you know, she almost dying and then him, oh no, she's dying, I'm going to be by her bedside and she's keeping something from me. And then she finally tells him and they grow. You know, that was a good storyline. It really was. Yeah. Despite Thatcha being a little vanilla shake that he loves to have on his arm, because let me tell you, Michael deserves someone that hot. He really does. And he deserves someone that sweet. I love him. I do. I hope they have less vanilla story. And then moving on from, I guess, the Michael and Sasha part of it, I like to say that I really enjoy when Michael has scenes with Jason. I don't know what it is, but he puts on, Chad Duell, a different performance when he's in scenes with Jason. His character is different with Jason. He's got this protection. I'm thinking, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm trying to be considerate to everybody else in the show except for Jason. When he's with Jason, it's like he's with an equal, which is weird because there is no equal to Jason. It's Jason. But oddly, I think Jason looks at Michael as an equal. I don't know. I hope in 2020 that we see more Michael and Jason storylines. I don't care if they're talking, I don't care if they're talking together a lot, or, you know, like they were at the bar today, or they're plotting shit together, you know, going and doing shit together, you know. Michael gets more involved in like shit that Sonny and Jason has to do. Maybe Michael needs Jason's help with things, but, you know, I want Michael to stay legitimate with some not so legitimate tendencies. I like that he's kind of a boss man. I'm in the sense of threatening, you know. He is a businessman, he is a CEO kind of boss man, but you don't want to fuck with Michael, as, you know, Sasha has seen. You know, he's got a really cold side. And I really hope to see more of that in 2020. Let's see, moving on. Yeah, so Sasha, she runs into Nina at the hospital, and Nina drops this envelope, paper falls out, and she's yelling, I got it, I got it, I got it. And Sasha picks it up and looks at it as she's yelling at her, I got it, I got. That's so disrespectful. That's so rude. I don't know. I guess Sasha thought it was okay to do. It didn't seem like something that Sasha would do. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. Hold on, I'm slipping. So that was a stupid thing that she did. And of course, you know, doe-eyed, how long have you known? And Nina says, from the second you told me you worked alone, I knew that you didn't work alone. I knew you were lying. Of course, which I'm glad we got that out in the open, because this brings me to the other point that I want to make, is that here we are once again listening to Sasha plead directly to Nina's face this time. She's been doing it the whole time to everybody else, like, no, we can't tell Nina because Valentine did this for a reason, and the reason is he really loves her. So we're seeing her for the first time directly looking at Nina saying, why do you think he did this? You know, and Nina's like, because he loves me. Yeah, I know he did it. And Sasha's like, yeah, isn't that enough? Isn't the love you guys have enough? And Nina's like, no, I don't know, maybe I love him, but is that enough when you think you love a version of somebody and they do things like this? I don't think so, or at least that's what I got from it. And Sasha looked a little dumbfounded by that statement, which makes me really curious as to why Sasha keeps pushing that Nina should just forgive him, and like, just in spite of all of that. So why is she doing that? Is it because Sasha isn't as nice as we think? She's not just some girl who was raised by her grandmother who needed money for her grandmother's health care and got it just in the nick of time for her to die so she could pay it off, and that's it? Yeah, no, I don't. At this point, no, I don't buy it. If she's pushing this enough to Nina, there's something there with Sasha. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know. That was a red flag for me, is finally that. So, moving on from Sasha's dumbass doing shit like that to Nina. We've got Nina finally getting the DNA test. She gets home. I'm so sorry I'm late, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Nina. Whatever. I don't love this Nina. I loved Michelle Stafford. I was devastated when she left. I'm okay that they recasted because I didn't think it was necessary to kill off Nina. I don't love this actress. I don't love it. So maybe now that she's doing what she's doing, whatever it is she's doing to Valentine, we'll get to see what her portrayal of Nina's supposed to be, and we can figure out if we like her or not. But so far, this girl just fucking annoys me. So I have hopes. I do have hopes for her. I do. In 2020, I hope she can change my mind and just be better. Okay, so we got through all of those people. Who else is there? We can go back. I guess we can stay at the wedding. So Nina gets there. What was Liesel's role today? I think she was just doing what she always does and is just trying to make sure that this is a good date, a happy thing for Nina. Nothing goes wrong for Nina because she was fucking with Ava for a minute, and then Gray, he takes Ava away, and she just kind of eyes for a minute, and then she's tries to distract Jax. I wasn't sure what was Liesel doing today. Was she trying to protect Nina? I guess she was kind of annoying, but anyway, moving on. I thought it was really funny that she asked Martin Gray if he would care for a drink. She said, "You look like a Manhattan man to me." And he said, "Yeah, that's right, but hold the vermouth, no cherry." So I guess he just wanted a vodka. That was kind of funny to me. I think I'm really over this whole Laura not getting the hint that Charlotte really did see Nicholas and has seen him several times. This whole thing about the picture. They talked about this picture weeks ago, and she's calling up Lulu asking her if she could send the same picture to her just so she can show that there's no ring in the picture, so there's no way that Charlotte could know that that's Nicholas because she didn't see him wearing the ring in the picture. So, like, what does this mean? It means she really fucking saw Nicholas in the flesh. She doesn't know his name. She doesn't know he's Nicholas, but she saw this man wearing this ring. Okay? End of story. Can we fucking figure it out by now, please? Because this new Nicholas sucks. He's on what Jax says he's missing. What is he in the catacombs? Is he down there he's gonna save Ava, right? I don't know. It's just, we need to get past this bodyguard storyline with Charlotte because it's really pointing out just how fucking dumb all of the adults in her life are compared to her. Like, even when she jumped on the water, that wasn't that dumb compared to them thinking that she's manifested this guy. Anyway, I could bitch about that for a while. Charlotte's dress was super cute, and yeah, I think if Nina's gonna go up there and say, no to the vows, I think this was all pretty fucking dumb that she would put Charlotte through that. I don't think she should have put Charlotte through that. If you love that child this much, just remember I'll always love you. Why would you do this? Why would you put this child through a third wedding? Well, I mean, I guess it's her second, I think. But why would you put her through this? Do you really love her? I don't know. Let's see, I want to go ahead and say that, yeah, even though Valentine has, like, nobody else on his side except Martin Gray, those two are just not a good team together. Valentine, you really picked a soft guy. You're like, oh, this is very low. Can you bring Ava to the balcony so I can push her? What? I don't know. Those two, they're not a very good team. I don't like them together. I haven't liked them together so far. They're just two stooges, in my opinion. So, that leaves the two power couples left for me to bitch about, which I could go on for a while. So I will start with Jason and Sam. Yes, it was dumb that they were hanging out at the Metro Court. She, of course, didn't have a drink because she's on parole, so no alcohol. That's fine. Why are you hanging out at the Metro Court bar? I guess because you know, your friend owns it, so why not just go there for a second and drink a water before your parole officer shows up at what time? This parole officer showed up 2 hours, 3 hours before the ball dropped in New York? I don't know if I buy that. I mean, I've never been on parole. I don't think I know anybody who's been on parole. That's not true. But I don't think parole officers show up at that time, do they? Especially if, like, she's already been out for 7 days, 6 days, presumably, because she got out on Christmas Day, and this is the 31st, and they said this is her first visit from the parole officer. Why is the parole officer's first visit 6 days later at this time of night before the ball drops? That doesn't make any sense. And then the kumbaya stupidest part of that is Jason comes in and she's sniffling and she says, "This is the last time I can see you." Are you fucking kidding me? We're doing this again with these two. This is the last time I can see. Okay. One, Jason was not charged in anything in Shiloh's murder. She was. So it's not like he is her accomplice in this, at least by the judge. Two, yeah, he's known as her partner and her ex-husband, but he's also known as the father of her child, where they have a very civil, what is that, part-time custody, partial custody agreement. How can a parole officer just tell you you can't see this person anymore? What does that mean? You can't, he's not allowed to come by. The father of your child is not allowed to come to your home anymore that you share with said child. Do you have to go back to mediation court? Like, I just think I'm gonna fast forward through that shit tomorrow because I don't want to hear why she's blubbering. I don't. And I really hope that if they're actually, this is what I hope, that if they're actually going to make these two stop seeing each other, then they make them stop seeing each other. Because it's clear that Kelly Monaco doesn't want to be in this fucking relationship anymore. Since Jason comes back, since Steve Burton came back as Jason, she is extremely unhappy on camera. And it's, I don't know, pretty obvious to me. So let's get this girl a completely different love interest, please. Can she just like mourn for Drew, mourn for Jason like simultaneously and then have a mental breakdown, please? Something. Can we do something different with Sam? Please? Yeah. So rant over about those two. Last but not least, we can talk about how fucking dumb Sonny and Carly are and how some things just never change. Okay, so should Carly have told Sonny in the very beginning when she found out about Nicholas? Yes. Why? Because he's her husband. Okay, we've gotten past that. Is there a reason she didn't tell him? Yes. And I think they explained that today. Except they didn't need to explain. Sunny made it obvious. She didn't have to explain it to him. He made it very clear. Once she told him, he says, oh, well, Nicholas is a fugitive and Jax is aiding and abetting a fugitive. So what he's doing is illegal. So I could blow the whistle on him, except, oh, I can't, right? Is what Carly's saying, because he's going to blow the whistle on you for what you're doing that's illegal for Dev. Oh, so it's tit for tat? Yeah, it's tit for tat. We can't go through shit like this again because my kid's gonna, her kid's gonna get, I don't care. I don't care anymore, Sunny and Carly, okay? It's dumb. This shit, them fighting over. I just want to say that Jax figured out the Dev thing pretty quick. I mean, he knew something was going on. Carly wasn't going to tell him because she wasn't going to go against her husband. So he figured it out and he said, I'm not going to say anything because I know it's going to cause problems. And I will be here to help because that's what families do. They help. Sunny did the complete opposite. He finds out. He didn't do the complete opposite because he finds out and he berates her for it and he talks shit, threatening, wanting to, deport Jax or get him in trouble, but says, oh, I guess I can't because it's tit for tat, and then gets all butthurt about it. Turns around, calls his security, which is the right thing to do. This should have happened from the start. She should have told him from the start. And he calls his team and says, hey, let's keep an eye out on Spencer. And while we're at it, let's keep an eye out for Nicholas Castelline. Yeah, you heard me right. He's alive and well and in the flesh, and we should grab him before anybody else does. We should help him because clearly Nicholas is incapable of doing things alone. Clearly, with the reach of Cassandra Pierce, Jasper Jax, and Hayden Barnes combined with his Cassadine connections that he's still got, he's struggling and he can't get his shit together and he's fucking it all up. Yes, who does he need? He should have brought Sunny in from the beginning to help him. This man can get whatever he needs to get done for him quietly, under the radar, with plenty of help. And he would have done it without telling Laura or telling telling Spencer, because he knew he was helping. It was just dumb to shut Sunny out of this. I'm sorry, but it was a dumb storyline. It really was. So anyway, he did the good thing and he calls and they get that taken care of, and Carly says, well, okay, what does this mean for us now? And Sunny says, well, what it means is you chose to trust Jax over me. So fucking dumb. It's not true. It's fucking dumb. It's just dumb. It's a dumb line. I'm so tired of watching these two do shit like this. So that's all I have to say about this episode. I think I said the word dumb too many times. I know I cursed too many times. I'll get a better vocabulary in this process, guys. Sorry. But yeah, I was not impressed with this episode. It was not a good way to start the new year. And I hope February sweeps will bring something better. Anything. We haven't had a train wreck in a while. We haven't had a hostage crisis. Can we do something fun, please? I don't care. I want to do something fun. There is someone. No, I don't know. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for sticking through this whole video, if you did. So yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for sticking through this whole video, if you did. That's impressive. Maybe come back tomorrow and I can do a shorter one, but Good luck in 2020, you guys.